In this episode of The Best Parts, we're talking all things Shark Tank. It's one of the coolest concepts on TV. We love watching dreams come true, but sometimes it's also fun to see some of America's wackiest inventions fail to go the extra mile. So grab your squatty potty and get comfy, because this is Shark Tank, The Best Parts.
Sharks riding in the back of a pickup truck. There is nothing better. Creating what we in the South like to call a truck UV. How cool is that?
At first glance, Shark Tank may seem like one of the most American shows out there. It's all about the American dream after all. Ambitious, hardworking men and women finally get their big shot to make all of their dreams come true.
Sell your soul and your future.
But actually, Shark Tank is an American version of a show that originated in Japan. That version, called Tigers of Money, first aired in Japan in 2001 and was a huge hit. It was so popular, in fact, that other countries tweaked the name to create their own versions. Retitled Dragon's Den, the show aired in over 30 countries, including Egypt, Austria, Australia, Kenya, Pakistan, Turkey, Sweden, Vietnam, and the UK, just to name a few. But whether you're watching in Ukraine or the US, the format is pretty much the same. Contestants who believe they have a viable and money-making business plan pitch their idea to 5 highly successful entrepreneurs, the Sharks in the US, and hope that they get an investment.
Introducing Rent a Grandma.
So as you can imagine, that's a super high-pressure situation for the business people, and some handle the stress better than others.
We're seeking $100,000 in exchange for a 5% equity stake in our company.
But sometimes it all clicks. Product, presentation, and a big shark in the water eager to bite. In the end, if you've got a solid product and a business plan, the stress is totally worth it. Since 2009 and over 175 episodes, the Sharks have invested more than $63 million altogether. And what a cool way to get funding for your small business.
I've sold almost $1 million worth of mentions.
Not to mention some great promotion.
Where were you on TV? It says a scene on TV.
We just did that for here. We want to make it look good.
63 million bucks, that's a lot of money. And it's easy to see how contestants can become intimidated.
You are dead to me if you turn around.
But other contestants can go way too far in the other direction. Some people have tried to capitalize on the bacon craze.
You really think cooking bacon bedside is a good idea?
I like waking up to the smell of bacon, sue me.
Bend the truth about their kids' inventions, or just plain old lash out at the Sharks when they start to ask too many questions. Of course, the Sharks are going to ask tough questions about the pitches.
How much do you love money? Do you love it as much as I do?
Probably not.
Shark Tank is a show, but it's still a business. And just because their investors are big-time businessmen and women now, some of the Sharks actually started out in fairly humble beginnings. And because the contestants change in every episode, it's fun to pick out a favorite shark from a rotating cast of millionaires and billionaires. Across the 7 main sharks, they have a total net worth of $4.7 billion. One of the most famous sharks is Mark Cuban, owner of the Dallas Mavericks. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, boy!
And it's even more impressive once you know he grew up as a working-class kid in Pittsburgh. His father was an auto upholsterer, and Mark worked through college while studying business. Throughout the 80s and 90s, Cuban founded and then sold at very high profits businesses in the tech and internet fields, as well as investing in startup after startup. His personal net worth is well over $3 billion, and he's invested almost $19 million on Shark Tank alone. Another popular shark is Daymond, the founder of FUBU Clothing and Accessories, a brand instantly recognized by every 90s kid. Daymond learned how to sew from his mother, and he soon realized that a popular style of hat was wildly overpriced. So he made and sold his own version for much cheaper. He and his mother mortgaged their house to take the brand to the next level. And by working with hip-hop stars, Daymond raised FUBU's notoriety and cultural cachet. FUBU is now a $6 billion company, and Daymond has invested nearly $6.5 million into businesses featured on Shark Tank. Of course, we can't forget Robert Herjavec and Kevin O'Leary.
All roads lead to Mr. Wonderful in the end.
Sharks that started out on the Canadian version of the show. And real estate mogul Barbara Corcoran is also a huge fan favorite. There are true celebrities on Shark Tank too. Family Guy's Seth MacFarlane was on the most watched episode of Shark Tank. He just happened to know a guy who was pitching. Ashton Kutcher and comedian Jeff Foxworthy have done stints as sharks, and the newest season is bringing on the likes of Alex Rodriguez, Richard Branson, and Bethany Frankel. As impressive as all these people are, it's shark Lori Grenier who's made the most successful investments on Shark Tank to date.
I can tell instantly if it's a hero or a zero. I think what you've got here is a hero.
Who knew that this cute little sponge could be the basis of a multi-million-dollar company? Lori knew. In 2012, she proposed a 20% equity stake for $200,000, and as of January 2017, Scrub Daddy's revenues have exceeded $100 million. She also made a 10% stake for $350,000 in Squatty Potty. That's right, this simple stool made over $30 million within the first year and a half.
Holy crap!
Other products haven't been quite as successful. From the ones I don't feel comfortable saying to the guys who would rather sell t-shirts from the back of a truck instead of try to build a long-term business plan, there are always a handful of products that can't make it work. But the ones that do work, we totally love. Whether it's products for kids or kitchen products, or a so simple it's genius device that's now in thousands and thousands of bathrooms, Shark Tank is proof that Americans and people all over the world love to watch people with a dream make that dream come true. Do you have $1 million idea? Tell us about it in the comments, while keeping your trade secrets private, of course. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel, because we'll be back here every week talking about all of our favorite stuff and the best parts. Thanks for watching.